Hi, I'm Dr. Lyndon Walker. The following is a video segment from my Skillshare course, Introduction to Flipped Classroom Teaching. If you're interested in doing the entire course, there'll be a link below the video. You can click on that. You'll also get 1 month free from Skillshare. So what can we do, both in terms of pre-class and in class? So for the pre-class, the most common thing we would see is videos. So the video is taking the place of the teacher or the lecturer at the front of the class talking through things. And this is generally really helpful. It's making that space in the classroom to be able to do those interactivities. At some institutions, they have been forcing staff to have videos and then reducing hours. This is not ideal. But again, videos is going to be a important component. In future sections, I will talk about some of the tools for producing videos. I will also go through some technical tips that are really important for making good videos. But videos are likely going to be one of the things that you have. We might have readings, so it could be books or journal articles or chapters or just things. And this is things that even in a more traditional style of teaching, you would have had students in some disciplines more than others where you needed to do some readings. Self-assessment quizzes, as I mentioned before, the research showed this was really, really valuable, helping students test their knowledge, get feedback. Widgets and games. So I'm going to show some examples of those later. And when I say widgets, these can be apps or things that can be plugged into your LMS. They can be little interactive activities or visualizations or things that students can engage with digitally. There might be other activities. It could be something as old school as an activity sheet. It could be something that is a bit more sophisticated and digital, but you could get students doing some activities before class. This doesn't need to strictly be a watch stuff before interact in class. It could be that some of what the students are doing outside of class is the start of activities they then continue and or get feedback on when they're in class. You may have students doing research or data collection, finding out information about topics. I really like the idea of collaborative notes. So this is something that you could have students doing either in class and or before class, where they are perhaps working in a Google Doc, producing notes together. Podcasts are another great way for some disciplines where the video aspect is not quite as important as just listening to someone talk about particular ideas, theory, concepts, history, things like that. And when we get to the end of this list, you might think that maybe I was scrambling for ideas by saying interpretive dance, but that's actually not the case. And whilst you might think that doesn't apply to your discipline, if you jump on YouTube and you search for teaching statistics with interpretive dance, you can see statistics being taught by some dancers and ballerinas, and it's really quite neat. And I have that there really just as an example of using your imagination. What's some fun, interesting ways of communicating your particular subject, the thing that you're teaching, in a way that it's going to engage your students?